I've been trying on different wigs for the past couple of months and kind of trying to figure out what color I might want to go with if I were to choose to dye my hair, which is kind of becoming more and more of a thought as I'm noticing more and more grays and mentally weighing on me more as I'm very quickly approaching my 30th birthday. Well, I think we have a winner. Isn't this pretty? I like the red. I feel like this looks pretty. I mean, obviously it's a very fake looking wig, right? Like it looks like it's made out of plastic because it absolutely 100% is. But I feel like this color makes a lot of sense with my skin tone. I feel like it marries really well with my eyes. It's not a huge departure from my natural hair color. I mean, my natural hair is what you see in every other video. It's sort of a blonde auburn shade. It's really right in between where blonde, brown, and red all meet. So I think I could get to a pretty similar shade to this with just maybe a red rinse. I don't know, but I'm really enjoying it so far. But this video is not just me enjoying my hair. Admire me for 8 minutes or however long it ends up being. We're also going to do some really quick makeup to kind of tie all of this together and get a sense of, if I were to dye my hair a similar shade to this, what would I look and feel like going out day to day? So I have some makeup pulled. I think that I'm going to start with the lips today because I pulled kind of a statement lipstick. This is from YSL. It is their shade 1966 and their Slim Matte lipsticks. I received this like 2 years ago from Influencer or Buzz Agent for review. And I just, wanted to get that out of the way so I didn't get myself in trouble, but obviously it's been 2 years. No one's like checking in on me to see if I'm still using it. Okay, well, I don't know how I feel about that color in conjunction with the wig. On a normal day, I feel like this shade looks very like red orange, but today it's looking just straight red in comparison. So that was a choice, but oh well. I'll do the rest of my makeup, and then if I want to adjust, I can make that happen. So let's go in with some eyeshadow. I pulled out this e.l.f. 18 Hit Wonders palette because I was supposed to be focusing on this palette all month, and I did use it a lot day to day, but I haven't filmed with it a single time. A big chunk of that is that I just haven't filmed myself doing my makeup this month, I believe. But I sort of made a deal with myself when I decided that I was going to be doing these focus palettes, was that I wasn't going to keep track of usage or anything. I was just going to ensure that I did film with it at least once and felt like I'd gotten good use out of it. So I want to film that update today and switch focus palettes, so we're getting this thing done. So I'm using the shade Supreme, which I've actually been using quite a bit. This has probably been my most used shade in the palette, which is a bit strange for me because I don't think that I'd used it more than once or twice before this past month. But it is a really nice, fairly easy crease color for every day. I find that this goes with a lot of different shades that I would want to put on my lid. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. It's just easy. It can pull a little bit red, it can pull a little bit purple. It looks pretty brown red just as is, but I even pulled this somewhat orange by pairing it with a really warm eyeshadow on the lid. So it's really versatile, really been liking it. But then the shade that I want to be sort of the focal point is this moss shade. And this is a gold green base with a little bit of a red flip to it. It is really very pretty. And do you see how that Supreme just looks more red now that I've put moss right up next to it? It is, you know, a complementary color because it's red and green, but it feels harmonious at the same time because it is such a yellow shade and it has that red flip to it. I really like that. Still not sold on the lips, but yeah, I can change that. That is not a big deal. One more swipe of that color. I think that's looking pretty good. I'm going to add some mascara, which I'll just do off camera because it's always awkward to see myself trying to apply mascara. All right, so I have applied some mascara, both top and bottom lashes, because I don't care what Coco Chanel has to say. If you're a Nazi, I don't care what your opinion is on practically anything. So, got that. I blotted down my lipstick a little bit because it was still looking very, very bright, and it is still looking extremely bright after the blotting, and I don't like this color with the red hair, so I grabbed out this e.l.f. lipstick because it just seemed appropriate to layer YSL with e.l.f. and cover up the YSL with e.l.f. That's how I'm feeling today. I mean, in my viewfinder, that's looking really questionable still. In person, it's actually looking pretty good. So we're gonna call it good for now. Okay, so we are pretty close to done. I do want to add a little bit of bronzer as blush because I'm just feeling very washed out today. And it's going to be this Too Faced Hot Cocoa bronzer. Hopefully I did not just show you guys how messy this room is because we don't need to get into it, but it looks like a tornado went through here. That looks nice. Maybe just a little bit more color. I did bring out a blush as well. So let's go with this Bare Minerals blush. This is in Call My Blush. I'm working on this in a project pan this year, and you guys, look at that. I'm so excited. I had pan in the last video, in the last update video that I did, which I guess was actually the intro. I'm kind of behind this month. But I wasn't 100% sure, and I couldn't show it to anyone. It was so small that it wouldn't really show up on camera. You sort of had to be there, had to catch the light exactly the right way. You could only view it under like the full moon on a Tuesday kind of pan. And now, look at that. I'm so happy to see that finally going somewhere. And I think that is about it. I am digging the hair. I think that I will have to look further into how to get a similar hair color for myself. I've seen that John Frieda has some like color depositing shampoos and conditioners for redheads. They also have some for blondes, which I guess are lightening. So I've used those in the past and I had success with them. I mean, they did lighten my hair very, very slightly, and they did it gently. So I have high hopes for the red one. That might be the first thing I try. So anyway, that about wraps things up. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Please consider liking and subscribing if you did, though I suppose we probably won't be doing any more of this type of video because I've come to a conclusion. I found something I really like, but you know, my other videos are fun too, hopefully. Thanks again, and I hope I see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.